6 in the morning, you can hear us start to shout. 3 in the morning, the band they out. Come on. 4 in the morning, we'll be rolling to my house. 5 in the morning, the lights go out. 6 in the morning, you can hear us start to shout.
Everybody, I'm so sorry I am late. I am so sorry I'm late. I was asleep. I said I'm gonna close my eyes for just a few minutes, and then all of a sudden I just overslept. I'm so sorry. Um, let me see. Let me start from the bottom, and then that way I can go up. Melissa Scott, hey baby. Hey, Bond Dog, what to do, boo? Hey, Southern Nobleman. Black Girl with Curls, how are you? Let me see. I don't want to use the name. What's up, boo? Tracy Whitehead, Blackberry Molasses. What's up, Sugar Brown Sugar? How you, boo? V. Lachey. Um, Jill, what's up, boo? Angie, what's up, girl? Diva Styles, how are you? Fantastic. Youngest T Danielle, Sister in Love, what's going on? I'm only reading the people that I know came in after. Since I was so late, I'm not gonna read the ones in the beginning. I tell you all I appreciate y'all for coming, because today I'm gonna tell y'all a little tale. And it's the lifetime story of the greatest beef sector mother of all time. Right now, I'm going to tell you the story of one of your most beloved mothers in the beef sector. She's matter of fact, you might even say she's the best mother in the beef sector by beef sector standards. Hey, Miss Steph. Hey, Ox City. Sorry I'm late, y'all. Hey, Stacy. Um, some of y'all might say she's the best mother ever in the beef sector, and that mother is no other than Dovy Milton. I want to thank Dovy for coming up here and telling those tall tales about my life, but I'm not good at tall tales because most times those are fiction and fantasy. I want to tell her. I'm gonna tell you her story from her lips to my ears. See, I used to sit in Dovy's. Everyone knows I suffer from insomnia real bad, and Dovy used to be up at I think she used to go live at like 4 a.m. So that's the middle of my morning for me. So hey, Yana. K-Fit, what's up, boo? Thank y'all for coming. Um, so it was nothing. Miss Steph, how you doing, boo? Um, it was nothing. I mean, I would sit there, and in the beginning, I would be like bored or whatever, and then she started telling stories, and Dovy started telling stories about her growing up as a wee little black girl, and she would sit there, and she said she would see things as a child. Now, one of the things that perplexed me about her storytelling was that she would erase the videos afterwards because she didn't want her family to find out that she was telling their secrets. Hey, Sonya Boo. So, I'm bothered for real. How are you? Just read my book. So, and I'm tired of keep saying her name, because I prefer to call her the Geechee Dread. I think that'll fix it. Geechee. I'll just call her Geechee Dread. Geechee Dread, because she has a tendency to have to show them on time while live. What's up, kid? Um, she sews her dreads on during the live, and I thought that was an amazing skill too. Woo-hoo. Hey, Smooth Carter, but I've never quite seen anybody do it with regular thread, regular needle, no fusing it together or none of that. What's up, watching from Cloud Nine? First story that Geechee sold that really like, hey, Shante, um, that really got my attention was she was talking about how her mother and her aunts and uncles were all very and they were deeper with each other. They were deeper with each other. They would have baby by each other. Yeah. Yeah. They would have babies by each other. They would sleep with each other. They would share men. They were a very loving family. Very, very loving indeed. I think most of us call us incestuous brothers and sisters. Now, mind you, these are her mother and her siblings. So she might have a bronco. What's up, the bushes? I can't see you, but I see somebody speaking. She may have a bronco or mont out here that we don't know. So I'm not sure if Geechee is a. I'm not sure if Geechee is a product of her environment. Excuse me, so don't come in here and you messing up my story. You messed up my story. I don't know if she's a product of her environment, but that would explain a lot of things to us. Self love, how you doing, boo? Hey, King Roman. I don't know. Yeah, a bronco or a mont. Yeah. The incest. So her mama might be her sister, or her daughter could be, and that might be. And with Mother's Day coming up, I just want to. This brings to the forefront why I'm speaking of the greatest mother of all time, because we all know she won't be getting a card, a visit, a phone call, flowers, edible arrangement. Won't be coming over to her house. Not at all. Smooth Card and Miss Toby. They won't be coming because Geechee isn't a really good mother. See, let's go back to when. Well, we know she has broncos and monts and stuff like that in the family, and as she grew up, um, no one really taught her hygiene. See, that's where the peppermint story came from. Now, sometimes she lies and sometimes she tells the truth. But oof, what I just brought? Oh, my phone. Oh. Um, some of her stories she lies. Others, she's telling the truth. But always remember, to every story that she's told, there's a piece of a lie and there's a lot of of the truth. And in this is the peppermint story, and I believe she was telling us that she was 18 and she was going to have sex with this man, and her, and as she said, he was going down there, he was going in my thumb. And then when he went down there and he smelled it, woo, child, that thing was right. Because, nobody told me how to, they didn't tell me how to clean myself right. I was still young. I didn't know no better. So the man was still wanting to get my stuff because I was a virgin. He was going to take my stuff, so he went to go eat it. And this thing was so right, he had to put a peppermint down there. For those of y'all that did not understand, you see, the man was trying to eat her rotten cooch, because it's not a cooch, it's a cooch when it smells that bad. It's a cooch, and she said no one at 18 told her how to wipe her ass, and by her not knowing how to wipe her ass, all down yonder was stank. So the man went to try to go eat the cooch, because a hungry dog will eat his own shit. You know what I'm saying? So anywho, the man went to eat her cooch, but it smelled so bad. But being the hungry dog that he was still gonna eat the shit. So he put a peppermint patty in there so that he could be able to eat it and not regurgitate from the smell and taste of it. He wanted some help. Hey, Rue. Hey, Saida. Hey, y'all. Hey, cousin. Let me see. Let me make sure I ain't miss somebody else. So then, with the peppermint up her cooch, it became inflamed. It was a burning sensation all up inside. She said, first it felt good. First it felt like it was nice and warm, and then it got hot. Because as we all know, no, what the hell just happened? Oh, okay. I don't know what my computer doing some strange shit today. I might not I might not stretch this story out too far, but y'all will get it. So Uncle Dimples, hey baby. So then hey Sheila E. I ain't lying though. This is hey Dwayne baby. This is the story that was told, and it was told in the midnight hours and then retold on either Bazaar or Breeze panel. But yeah. Ooh. Ooh. Not a sunrise. Ooh, you got a dame on you, hey baby. So anyway, it was burning and she couldn't figure out what to do. Now, first thing, most of us, first of all, we ain't let nobody stick no peppermint up and no strange foreign candy up in there. Hey, Miss Queenie 98. But then, and we're not, if it start burning, what's the first thing y'all gonna do? I tried taking that out, I was digging in there, up there. Woo, it was smelling so bad, I didn't want to keep digging, but it was burning. I didn't know what to do. How about water? But we know if she if she had been friendly with feminine hygiene products and water, she wouldn't have had that she would have had that on a daily basis. She wouldn't have had that problem from the very beginning. And Miss Steph, you remember? See, Miss Steph, no, I'm only telling stories that she told. So I just want to bring y'all up to know who the greatest mother I hope her daughter did. So now we move on. Thank Puss goes through many, many men through her lifetime. She's been thrown in. He was still living right now, and he probably be 100. And she bore him children. Now, mind you, I told you she may be up or the wheels ain't turned. The lights on, but nobody home. Hey, Don Play. So we know the old Geechee girl over there. She ain't playing with a full dad. Well, the man was mean, very mean, but he loved his kid. That's the one thing she did right. That man loved his kid. And mind you, she had 4 kids. One unfortunately passed away. And she pretends that she went against the corporate world in the hospital and she represented herself. Now, can you imagine that in the front of a judge and a jury sitting up there defending herself? Because I mean, right here in the beef sector, when she get caught in the lie, I don't know, I I I I don't know, I don't know why you say that, I don't know. But then the next minute, I'll tell you, motherfuckers, what? I don't know. Baby, I'm not worried about what case study she's doing because I'm only repeating the stories that were told by the individual that I'm speaking of. What's up? Hold up, wait a minute. But I thank you, Sheila. I appreciate you looking out for me. But I'm only repeating the stories that were told at 4 a.m. in the morning. What's up, DKL? So she said that she won the case, and she did. The case was won. But she didn't represent herself. So I don't know why she would come out here and make people try to pretend to make people believe that she was not smart enough to do it. But I mean, it takes a special kind of warm, loving mother that will lie about the case you had for the wrongful death of your child. But hey, this is Mother of the Year. Now, as we grow on, hey, BA Superstar, her children grow up and her she has her 2 boys and her daughter, and she comes across a new scam. Now, mind you, she's been scamming all her life. Cool Stone, what up, boo? Angela T. White, how you doing, Hood? Way with children that are in foster care. What's up, bestie? Um, she gets paid to take care of foster children. They get a pretty good sum. Yeah, that she was that and she got her one. She got her one. I got that girl. I hate that girl. She go, oh, she was the devil. She was the devil. And let me tell you what she did. She did. Her and my daughter got out there and stole my car. And when I seen them, I beat their ass. I beat them and I beat them again. And then comes her mugshot. I should have had my pictures, but I didn't want to get struck. But we've seen the picture. Short hair, pixie cut, standing all up over her head, and in need of a relaxer in the worst kind of way. Eyes cocked like a pestle, one looking left, one looking all the way 180 to the right. And she's in a gray jumpsuit, a prison garb, they say. And the prison garb that she comes out here to tell us about, that I went to jail and I came right back out, and I ain't never even had to change my clothes. So you wear prison garments often? I mean, we've seen the mugshot. You definitely weren't in your regular street clothes. Hence, she got child and neglect charges. So the little girl was free from the stinky puss lady who was born of incest. And the little girl went on about her business, but her kids ended up having to stay with her. And I feel sorry, not blame the judicial system about this, because they didn't even get them kids a fighting chance. So anyway, after her jail stint, she comes home and her husband becomes ill. And people are wondering if did her husband become ill because of them candles and roots and stuff that she does in the background. You know, she's always putting one on me. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know. We don't know if she took the man out or whatever. I'm not gonna put that on her, but it has crossed my mind. Um, the man was very mean to her, but he loved his kids. And when he passed, she thought that she was gonna be rich. I was gonna be rich. And I get rid of this mean ass sucker. Bloop, he had a joke for her. He had bought against all the policies and the home. There was nothing, no equity, no nothing in the home and nothing on them policies. So, guess what? She had to go to work. Then, in the process of her going to work, she's still very mean, still a nasty mouth, foul, broad. And, you know, one thing that she always uses as a victim card is that I'm a breast cancer survivor. And they tried to kill me, but I'm still here. But you act no better. You're still scamming, lying, thieving your way through life. So I'm sorry, Uncle Dimples. I just want y'all to know who is for stealing the biggest piece of chicken breast, which was supposed to go to the preacher. Yeah. Can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now?
Can you hear me now?
I can see you. Go back to which part, Miss Toby?
I was gonna get my nigga voice on. This is my dude voice. Bill collector voice.
Hear me, y'all.
It is. It get him off the phone real fast. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Bill collectors don't want to. Toby, what? How far back I need to go? Oh, just read my book. I knew you would not let me forget that. I have to go into the different careers that she said she had. Um, okay, Sam. Toby, you tell me to go back before the chicken. The hell I say about chicken? After the husband went to glory and the kids growing up, but she's still meaning that she is going to. Oh, the chicken store, Jay Wilson. So Jay Wilson, she came to this is how we met Dovy. We had never seen anything like it before. We were amazed at the story that she told that Pastor Jay was thrown out of a church. He was ran out at gunpoint from a church because he took the pastor's big piece of chicken. And she stuck with that story. And she told us she had people who could cooperate her story. She's told many stories like that. The fact that Big Pastor Jay was in jail and Big Mike, she had a full grown man come up here and come up here and said that he knew Pastor Jay. He knew him. He knew James was his last name. I'm not gonna do that. That's doxing, even though we know what it is. So, um, the Geechee Dread would tell us many stories about how she survived after she had a cab business called Almost a Woman Lady Cab. She had uh party. She was a party planner and she owned a balloon store. She did decorations. She was even an ice sculptor and did an ice sculptor for Dan Marino, as my good friend. She had told us something. She let me see, what else did she say she did? She was a caterer. She was a chef. She was a chef by trade, but yet will spend weeks on end eating nothing but grits. I ain't never heard of she. Yeah, that's where the lady cab came from. Now the reason too fast. I'm gonna tell two of the stories that I remember very well. The first one was the joy. No, I'm gonna do the transmission story first. The transmission story was she had three vans. The first van, the man went. Hey, sexy Harlem, and the man went in the van. I mean, he went in the club and he got drunk, and he was still in there. And then if they're coming to pick the girls up, how he get drunk? Because he would get there just as they was leaving, right? Wouldn't that be the perfect time? So, but he ended up getting drunk, and she drove up there to the club, and she saw him, and she had to drive them people home, drive the hookers home. I mean, strippers. Then the that van ended up. I think the brakes went out on that one or something. The second van, the man put it in a ditch. The third van, I believe that's the one that the transmission. That was her last car. I yeah, the second one, I think she said she was driving. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Someone was driving, ended up in an accident. The other one went into the ditch, and the last one that she had her last working van, the transmission went out, and she was going to order a transmission online to have the mechanic under the tree put it in. And she bought the transmission. Y'all can act up, baby. This is the time to act up. Um, so she asked, came out here. But no, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm an old lady. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I need a transmission. I don't have the money. I don't make that kind of money. I'm living on a fixed income. They put money into her pockets. And she was like, wait a minute. So Geechee Dread being the old scallywag that she's always been, figured out, well, let me see if I can, what's up, Curry? Let me see if I can get some more money. More money, more money up out of these fools. Because they really believe that I need a transmission. So she came out here and told us another story. And then I put the one transmission, they won't let me send it back, and I gotta get another transmission. No, lady, I don't want your van. You gonna give me? I don't want that. I just need the money to get a new one. And they fell for it because they wanted to help the sickly cancer survivor living on a fixed income who is a widower and can't talk. So she got that money. Hey, Jay Hudson, I already told that parkour storm. We got transmissions. We got transmissions. So she got both of the transmissions. We still waiting on it to get in the car because we ain't seen. Yes, cool storm. She has a mugshot just like you, and I'm sure yours doesn't. I know your eyes weren't cocked like a pistol because she was looking to hither and there. So that was her first big scam on here. The second big scam was her. I see my what you call flashing it out. Her second scam was the cation. Everybody else was going on cation. Cool, so don't tell the business, boo. Don't tell. That's our secret. No, you did not call her Ham and Toe Hattie. So next, somebody asked me when did she flip on me. Um, I can't say she ever flipped on me. It all happened because of Blessed Watkins. I had Blessed Watkins had given Dovy Sexy Harlem. How could you not know who's the greatest beef sector mom that has ever lived? But let me continue. Um, so Bless Watkins had decided that she would give Geechee Dread a mod stick temporarily. Geechee Dread had always wanted to be um a part of the Lady Nika, Bless Watkins, Bree Pizarro little group. I had started talking to I was talking I would start that's when I really started like hitting panels. That's when I became the CEO CFO of the panel host. And then Bless gave me a mod stick and took hers. And then I started hitting more panels and getting more people were starting to really know who I was. And that is still trying. Like Yes, I'm sorry about that. So, she's always wanted. She's always performed. She's always wanted somewhere to be. She went to VS, didn't work out. Went to Louisiana Red, didn't work out. Because blessed out because it didn't work out. Um, um, y'all can't hear me again? Can y'all hear me now? Because I did go on mute, but can y'all hear me? Can I get a one in the chat? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna keep talking until I find out something. Wasted my good voice. Okay, thank you, Sexy Harlem. So, um, that's where she decided that she had a disdain for me, that she did not want to, she didn't like me, and then became the reason why I didn't like her. Because as we were sitting up on, I think it was on Bree's panel, she decided to let us know I was George. I was George Zimmerman's. I was his chauffeur. I used to pick him up every thing what, and I drop him off, and then I pick him up in the evening. I mean, yeah, I like that, and I took question with that because what black mother in her right mind would drive him around without, you know, accidentally crashing into the lake or something, you know? And she let us know that Trayvon Martin wasn't a part of her family. She don't care. She ain't know the boy. And that if someone were to try to harm him while he was riding in her car, that her, being the mother, would take her mothering and she would help. She would protect him with her life as if it was her own. hmm From that moment on, I knew that I had nothing in common with this woman. Um, I mean, let's go back through the few things that we know about her. She, um, she never. I mean, she raised her children, but she did it very poorly because they don't even fool with her. Um, her kids know that their mother isn't worth anything. I mean, to let's get back to her great mothering skills, where um, she let herself become evicted. And during this eviction process, she stayed with several people, but there's so many, there's so much more to this story, the eviction story. Let's just say another scam was held within that time when she got the eviction. One of the OGs of the beefing sector raised money to pay the back rent so she wouldn't be evicted. And she got that money and bought a new van. When she got that new van, she said, told all of us that she had an apartment that wasn't quite ready yet. It was a brand new place. It was, hey, Storylines. It was a brand new place. Phenomenal. How you? It was a brand new place. It was just being built, but it wasn't quite finished. It's a gated community. What you want to hold? I'm talking about Geechee Dread. Now the OG Shelly helped her raise the money that she needed for her rent to make her not be evicted. She took that money. She bought a van with, but she lied to everybody else and told them that she put the deposit on the on the apartment, but there was no apartment. She just was lying. She took the money and already bought a van. Now, mind you, when she was in her place, she kept saying she was going to leave. She was going to leave, and she said she had people staying in her place, and This was right before the eviction, and she wasn't going back because the people they had a dog, and the dog had pooped on the carpet, and she was leaving. She wasn't going back. Then the eviction came about. Yes, Angela T. I never had much illusions of grandeur is in this sector. Storylines, there's a lot. There's a lot. She used that money to pay for that cruise. I don't know yet because she went on that cruise supposedly in her van. She went on the cruise on vacation that she was supposed to be going on. No one went but her. She said she had Facebook people, but we doubted because we saw nothing. No one but her. We didn't see nobody sitting at the table. You know, on cruises, usually at the captain's dinner, everybody take pictures and you see other people, even if you don't know them, you see them. Hey, DC Kool-Aid. Hey, Miss LA. So, she goes on a cruise. She comes back. She went to visit family. Came back. We ain't heard no more about the van. First of all, but she was taken in by another YouTuber, and she went to go live there. Hey, Treasure, how you doing, baby? She went to go live there as the mother of a year. But prior to, trying to remember. Yeah, prior to her moving in with Just Read My Book, who is another YouTuber, she lived with her daughter. She was there at her daughter's house. When she first got there, the daughter's boyfriend supposedly lived there. Within a week of her being there, the boyfriend was gone. So she would watch the baby from time to time, not very often, but she would watch the baby. Um, he was called everything but a child of God, and when I'm saying the baby couldn't have been no more than, I know he wasn't more than 2. Um, he had his nickname was the same name as the little rascal, the main little rascal, but I'm gonna call him Buckwheat instead. So Buckwheat had his own room and his own space, playtime, play area, and everything. He was used to roaming free, doing what kids do, make noise, play, eat. And being as though she wasn't such a great mother, because of the incestuous relations, the incest, her mind wasn't right. But I want y'all to remember the incest of her mother and them. She never really, she was never nurturing, but I ain't never seen a grandmother that didn't love their grandchild. Never seen it in my life. Well, anyway, she didn't even seem like she liked the little boy. She would call him little MFers. Um, he couldn't make noise when she was online in his house. You sleeping on his taller bed and don't want him to play in his room. And I don't know how the daughter finally figured it out, but she had told her she had to, keep looking for a place, and she decided that she was going to stay there as long as she wanted. So I guess the daughter figured out the way to get rid of Geechee Dread was to do what when you want to get rid of people, what you do? You ask them for money. So she asked her to start paying rent. Let me tell you, she was she was up out of that house faster than Mexican music. Let me tell you, it was in the middle of the night. She was gone. I ain't never seen. She ran like a thief in the middle of the night. I guess rent was due the next day. And Geechee Dread said, "You ain't getting my money." And I think that's when she went on a cruise, and then she came back and was sitting at a bus stop for over 24 hours. Wait, she was at the bus stop waiting for a train. She was at the bus stop waiting on the train. And she ended up in Just Read My Books house. Mind you, I forgot about the story, the police story, y'all. It's so many. I'm gonna have to do this in increments. Sugarfoot is fine. Just read my book. Sugarfoot was walking around with Dovy's teeth in his mouth. Just read my book. Took him to the hospital. Got him decontaminated. Um, it was in the nick of time because the foul smell that they just couldn't get rid of, coming from Sugarfoot's mouth, was finally they found it with antibiotics, IVs, and a lot of prayer. Sugarfoot is doing just fine, y'all. Yes, Sugarfoot is fine. Hey, Cola. So, the going before you. Okay, let me tell y'all another. Bye bye, baby. Be careful. Bye bye, baby. Y'all be good. Um, she was stranded at the train. I said she was waiting at the bus station for a train. You ain't paying attention, cool storm. So then, also, let me see. But let me go back to another of her great parenting skills. One of her children, one of the boys, came down from wherever he was living, and he brought his daughter to see his grandma for the first time, and he also brought his girlfriend, the baby mama. They were coming to stay for a little while, and the little girl was dark, as per Geechee Dread. Geechee Dread didn't like the little black. Everything was a little black bitch, little black, little black couldn't do nothing. Little black, they take off her diaper, shit on the floor, as per her, and the mom would leave it there, and you left it there too because you the grandma. But yeah, they was eating up all the food. I told them not to eat. I told them not to eat up their food. They just ate up all my food. I don't want them here. I want them gone. Hey, pretty purple. And she wanted them gone. And and she was very nasty to them. She said they bought her roaches. Mind you, her daughter had bed bugs. It's just a infested family. Um, don't check on that breastbone. So, um, so then from there, I'm just letting you know what a great mom she is, how wonderful she is with her children and grandchildren. That when they try to come and bond with her, that she doesn't have the skills or the testicular fortitude, and I do mean testicular, because we don't know what's down there. Um, she could have both parts. She ain't gonna wash them anyway, but yeah, she could have both parts. Just who's hold that? That's the views of you. You can't tell it all. I might make a part two. I just want to get back to the part where she was in her apartments prior to the eviction, and her son came, and I'm assuming it's the same son. He's broken up with the baby mother, and he came to visit her with another girl, and they sat and they visit, and she made sure they left. And then late in the midnight hour, Dovy heard somebody breaking into her house, and she heard him come up the steps. Doop, doop, doop. She knew it was more than one, and she didn't know what to do. And they came into her house. Okay, view. They came into her house, and they beat her up some kind of bad. Ripped her clothes off of her because they wanted to, she wanted us to believe that somebody wanted to see her naked. And what did they come in there to take? Pills. She's also the perk dealer. She was the perk dealer in her old apartment building because one of her clients had come to complain about the last batch of pills that they had given her. And old Geechee Dread hurried up and covered up and put that phone on mute because she didn't want us to hear the rest of it, but it was too late. You know, you gotta be quicker than that. That lady said, "What them last pills you gave me?" Yeah, yeah. So the old Percocet pushing Geechee Dread son came in there to steal the pills. Um, she had him prosecuted. I think he's still in jail. Um, she told everybody that they beat her up and ripped her down, stripped her down. But that's not what the police report says. The police report said Geechee Dread was lying. They ain't beat her up. They just took it. I think that it was more like a strong armed robbery. But it was not. There was no beating in there. Nobody beat her upside her head, and if they did, they should have knocked enough to put some sense in her. But anywho, Geechee Dread is the mother of the year. She don't know how to wash her ass. She's a habitual liar. She's a habitual thief. She's a habitual scammer. She comes on YouTube and lies and defames people like me all the time. All the time. Like last night, she said Dora came to my house and I was a hoarder. And it was bird poop on my door. Mm-mm-mm. Now, a lot of the things uh Geechee Dread says she got it from another Percocet push and taking bitch. You know, Stacy Roberson, who now goes in the chats by Michelle. That's another Percocet pushing broad. Stacy's really, really weird. She's just weird. I mean, I know y'all have seen her typing in the chat. Um, her dyslexia, she says, um, she can't type and then she can't understand. Even if it's verbal, she doesn't understand it because she's dyslexic. Yeah. But she can count on them pills. She can count on them pills. Yeah. She at this present time she's sending IG invites to anyone that is connected to me and writing long pages of stories about me. Keep lying and I will tell the truth on you. The next story will be about how you got your ass whipped in your own apartment building and you did nothing. You got bopped upside your head and you didn't even put your grocery bags down. So we gonna leave that there. Keep my name out your mouth. I've really been trying to stay away from talking about you, but I'm so sick of you clicking the link and keep lying on me. But it's okay. It's okay. Hey, number one caller. Don't forget I got your story. Happy Mother's Day to you too. So I want y'all to know there is a group of perk kids that are mothers of the year that are on these YouTube streets. These are the best mothers if you want to get your kids perks, if you want your child beat, if you want them to be lied upon. These are the women that you follow. If you want your child to not be able at 18 know how to take care of her body parts, send them over there to Geechee Dread. Geechee Dread will get you there. um, so I'm gonna leave that as part one. I think I'll come back next Saturday and give you part two, where I'll be able to go into more detail and go back and fill in some more blanks for you for the Mother of the Year. But this could be a series because Geechee Dread has done so much on these YouTube streets and has forgotten that I want to remind y'all. And you new folks need to know her history. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to wish all of you real mothers happy Mother's Day. And I pray that you get the Mother's Day that you deserve, that you desire, with your children coming by. You go out to eat, you get your flowers, an edible arrangement. Because we know Geechee Dread will not have any of that. Angela T. White, you are too funny. We know that Geechee Dread will not be having anything of that going, anything of those. There's also another mother that will be on here drunk and slurring and cussing everyone out, go through a homophobic rant, and then want everybody to feel sorry for. So y'all be looking out for that. That should be coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But I just wanted to tell all of y'all happy Mother's Day. And please, as a cautionary tale, remember, oh, just read my book. I'm gonna hit you up so I won't miss nothing else, okay? We gonna, we gonna get to all of that, because there will be a part 2. Trust and believe there will. I want to wish you all the happiest of Mother's Days and enjoy. I will see you soon with a Blackberry letter and also part 2 of the story of Geechee Dread. All right, I'll talk to y'all later. We'll have to talk about that one afterwards, because that's a whole mess in itself.
So, everywhere I go, Joe, families be like, where you from? You know, whether it be New York or the UK. And I be like, I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. I'm from DC, DC. Yeah, and they don't believe it, So I just tell them this right here. Let the beat rock, let the beat rock, let the beat rock.